That's a strange question to ask a man in his own home.
I just thought prison would suit you better.
Don't you know the law? No one can touch me.
Even though we both know you committed a crime.
Indeed. 18 years ago. And I was not the one who killed Monica Iwai. That was my son, Saito.
But you hired the Kumakuras to hide the body.
The statute of limitations for improper handling of a corpse is 3 years. I did what I did to protect my son. I hardly think that is a sin. Are you familiar with Article 105 of the Penal Code? Relatives of those who have committed crimes cannot be prosecuted for evidence tampering or obstruction of justice.
That's ridiculous.
I agree. If I were still a congressman, I might think about changing it.
That's right. You're not a politician anymore. The media has already begun tearing you to pieces.
Yes. Soon I won't be able to live in this country anymore. I'll retire to an island somewhere and live the rest of my days in leisure.
Be careful, So. There are a lot of people out there who have a grudge against you. People who will follow you to the ends of the earth.
That's none of your concern. Is that all you wanted to ask me? Do you recall the conversation we had? That my secretary got a call from number 89? That is true. I did get that call.
I know. You spoke with number 89, didn't you?
I did.
What did you talk about?
He told me this. A woman named Shoko Nadami knows what happened 18 years ago. Contact her.
And you called her phone?
Yes. I can't say exactly. The only thing he said was, I realized everything when Shoko arrived. I have to see her again. I had no idea what he was talking about.
By the way, did you ever meet number 89?
No, I didn't.
Did you ever see his face?
No. Why?
No reason. Because of the woman you call boss.
6 years ago, she came to me and explained the whole thing.
You know about the Cyclops serial killings? The culprit is your son, Saito Sejima. But you already knew that, didn't you?
What are you trying to say?
I'm saying we should make a deal. You give me one thing, and I promise none of this will be released to the public.
What is it?
Leave Saito with us. Tell anyone who asks that Saito is soul-searching on a trip around the world or something. Do we have a deal?
I didn't have much of a choice, of course. If I refused, Saito's crimes would be exposed and my political career would be over. Besides, I never held much love for him in the first place. She was practically doing me a favor. So, of course, I said yes. And in doing so, I was able to learn a secret of the Metropolitan Police Department. It worked quite nicely for me.
I've been studying for the past 3 months. I've learned a lot about the explosion of the chemical plant in Kawasaki. It was caused by you and Rohan, the chairman of the Kumakuras at the time.
As you know, my son Saito was abnormal, with all of the awful things that my son did. I used my money to cover it up, but that got increasingly expensive, you see. One day, 9 years ago, Saito called me.
Dad, I thought of a plan. A foolproof plan to make us rich.
The chemical plant explosion plan. To help ensure that the casino in Kawasaki would be extraordinarily profitable.
It was Saito's idea.
True. My son was born with an abnormal mind. But if I had never been involved with Monica in the first place, perhaps he wouldn't have ended up losing control completely. As soon as he drove his knife into Monica, something awakened in him. In the end, that's what led to his destructive, violent plan.
You sound like you're blaming yourself.
Perhaps.
Well, I'll be seeing you so.
I very much doubt that.
Yeah, you're probably right. Oh, damn. I left Iris waiting. She might be angry. I gotta get back to her soon.
Iris, didn't you say you were going to see everyone who visited you at the hospital today?
Yes, Mom. I still have some people to see. But Uncle really wanted to come here.
I said no such thing.
Come on, don't be shy. There are a lot of things you want to talk about, right? Come on, just do it. Uncle, you're so shy!
Things have calmed down, thanks to you. The school has changed, but being a teacher hasn't. Thank you. This is all thanks to you, Falco.
No, I didn't do anything. Also, that name.
Oh, sorry, Mr. Date. I'm grateful from the bottom of my heart. They were my best friends. We would always go to this little coffee shop after school. They had this old game machine there. It looked like a table, and it was about shooting invading aliens or something like that. We talked about all sorts of things sitting there. Our love lives, our potential careers, things we didn't like about our teachers. It was their idea that I become a teacher, you know? They told me that teaching elementary suited me perfectly. Those were such fun times. No! Stop! If this is about my arm, don't worry about that. You tried to defend me. I know that.
You're too nice, Mom. I will never forgive you. You have to take responsibility.
Iris.
No, let me talk. Uncle will be your right arm. That's how he can make it up to you. Maybe not now. It might take some time, but I'll be waiting. One day, Uncle will stand on Mom's right side, and we can go wherever we want, the three of us. To the ocean, a river, an amusement park, barbecues, and we can make okonomiyaki.
Where's that hot plate I bought?
On the shelf.
And I'm gonna need a raincoat.
Hey, that's cheating!
You're planning on being covered in flour?
Of course, that's why it's fun.